Hello everybody and welcome to the very first artist interview here at Pufferfish Promotions, and where it's artists helping artists, and we've been very fortunate today to meet up with my good friend Carl Thompson, who is a budding chef, who will be interviewing sometime soon, because it's not just about artists but also
any form of creation.
Yes, and also our very first artist is Leopold Growler. So without further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Carl to do the interviews.
I have a lovely list of questions for you. I hope you're willing and able to. Right, okay, so what is your favourite number?
My favorite number?
Yep.
What? Arithmetically or musically?
Your choice.
Okay, I start with arithmetic because that's easier.
Okay.
I can't believe I've said that.
Yeah,
I can't believe I've said that. You know, a branch of mathematics is easier.
There we go.
8. Number 8.
Number 8. That's where we're at. Okay. So, is that how many years you've been creating music?
No. I mean, I started creating music probably a little bit of my adolescence in early to mid 70s. Then again, late 70s through early 80s. Followed by.
So it's always been in your blood.
I don't know if I like to say it's been in my blood. It's been ingrained into my personal pattern. Like since I started playing guitar. I mean, I went to piano lessons as a child, and then I resumed piano playing after having to change teachers. I resumed playing piano like around about 72, 73, went to lessons again with a different teacher. I took up guitar playing and bass playing. So I was getting into creativity around about 1973. Then other matters kind of intervened, like high school graduation, but then in the late 70s, early 80s, I started playing in bands, so I was creative there. Then following this period between, say, 1979 and 1983, basically there was quite a hiatus. I took a break from playing in bands until about summer of 85, and then I was in a kind of garage punk band for a little while. Then late 80s through early 90s in another band. And then, I did take time out for music, and I got into stage acting. I was a kind of, community theater actor for a while. But I started drifting back into music around about 2005, 2006, and I've been steadily returning to music at the expense of acting, which is something I just do occasionally now. But
Full of eyes.
A genuine thespian.
Yes, there we go. Are you doing music for laughs or taking it seriously, or what? Is it a career, or is it just for yourself?
I like to think of it as a vocation. I would like it to be my principal occupation. I don't know if I am going to be successful in terms of building a career out of it. But
if you get 3 viewers, that's success, because you've inspired 3 people.
That's true. That's a degree of success.
Exactly. If you can inspire anyone, that is success.
You've inspired me.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm pleased. Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, material success may elude me.
Everyone likes to get a paycheck.
But I want to be able to afford to play music as much as I want and need to play it.
More money would be
I don't want to have to subsidize my music playing by doing too many things that I don't enjoy that I do not enjoy doing just for the sake of material return or
But yeah, it's all about putting your energy into just that
return.
one thing,
but yeah,
put your energy in just that one thing.
Definitely energy. That's where we're at. Musicians, energy.
Energy.
Right. Okay. So, what has inspired you to become in a career of musician? Kind of like, sorry, that was badly worded. I apologise, viewers. So yeah, what drives you every day to be a success at, being a musician?
I guess the need and the desire to express myself, to as potentially large an audience as possible, to convey a message, to put it across to a public or a section of the public. I'm inspired by the example of other people doing the same sort of thing.
Yeah. So it's putting it out there, and then those who relate to.
That's right.
To inspire those who relate to.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. So can you remember what was the last band you saw live?
Oh, last band that I saw live. Oh, probably would have been a band in the Bournemouth area.
Okay.
Shout out to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Beautiful beaches.
Yeah. But I just don't. When exactly was it? Well, I don't know.
I mean, we don't need exact dates.
Probably one of your incarnations, but
it could have been the Subwave Network.
Very probably, yeah.
Artists inspiring artists. That's what we're about.
Yeah.
Exactly, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what age group they belong to, and it doesn't matter whether they are, in chronological terms, of my peer group or not. If as far as I'm concerned, there's a kind of community of artists, musicians and singers and dancers and poets and et cetera, et cetera.
It's all art.
And everyone who participates actively in that does encourage me by his or her example.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. So, if I was to steal your phone, MP3 player, Walkman, whatever device, which 3 artists or bands would we be listening to?
Ooh, which 3? Okay, well, I'm gonna narrow it.
Yeah, I mean that's
If I can narrow the range.
Yeah.
If I can narrow the range down to just 3 artists, probably Joy Division, Blue Oyster Cult, and The Doors.
Okay, good choices. Good choices.
I'd like to mention Jimi Hendrix as well, but that would be a 4th,
Okay.
And the Velvet Underground.
Okay. We're not limiting this.
It's a 5th,
All good choices. All good choices.
Very good taste.
So, do any artists before your influence you, or do you believe that you've got your own sound? So, do you take inspiration from any particular artists?
I probably do.
Yeah.
I like to think I have my own sound, but it's probably a blend.
Right.
It's the product of a blend of influences
we're all
that have merged
inspired
and
by
melded.
people.
With an element that is more idiosyncratic, that's more peculiar to myself. But there are people like Leonard Cohen, Ian Curtis, Jim Morrison, Nick Cave, to cite a few. Johnny Cash even.
Johnny Cash. There we go. Certain legends. So, imagine a world where there are no record labels or deals and everything is all down to you. How would you go about achieving any of your goals?
Good question.
I guess that's what, in colloquial terms and conventional, contemporary conventional terms of description or parlance, we would refer to as we would identify as the analog approach. But I mean, really stripped down to the basics. to the raw elements and ingredients. Yeah. I'd have to play like the troubadour, basically, without record labels, without records, without producers, without multimedia, mass media. I mean, I'd have to take like the sub-analog, or the pre-analog approach, to put it in more modern terms of conventional and contemporary parlance and colloquial terms of description.
You can tell he's an artist.
I just go out there with my vocal cords and what instrument I might possess, and just present the project to anybody and everybody who might be at all receptive. You would have to hope that, in a world, in a society lacking in musical technology and multimedia, that the ordinary people would be more spontaneously receptive to
more of a,
impromptu creativity and expression.
Brilliant. Totally agree. What comes first, the image or the music?
Sometimes music seems to be like an organic and quite autonomous force that self-propagates.
Guantanamo Bay. I don't know what you say that.
Well, let's hope it's not like that. Let's hope it's not tortuous, Well,
it's not.
No, but so sometimes it can seem like quite an organic, fluid and plasmatic force, which has a certain autonomy.
A certain like a feeling.
It has a certain autonomy of self-perpetuation in terms of self-propagation. It can almost expand, enlarge, and elaborate of its own accord once somebody makes the decision to engage with it. Once somebody becomes active in that medium, it is like a resonance. Exactly, very well put. But I think, there is that subjective factor, that element of creativity on the part of the person who is actively engaging with that medium, that resonance. The artist, or the potential artist, has his or her inspiration to the imagination, and that finds expression in music. So
that's deep. That's proper deep.
I find
you can tell he's a songwriter.
Music is like a force, but it is a force. But
sometimes you can't see the trees through the woods. Is that
to engage with it, you need to be able to harness it. You have to be able to harness embrace it, utilize it.
That's brilliant. So what are your plans and artists for this week?
For this week?
Up and coming, kind of.
We'll venture out and find some new venues.
Hit the Bournemouth.
Are there any venues that you've performed at recently that you really like?
I like the Firkin Shed. I've played Obsidian and the Porterhouse a few times. The Bell Tavern. I played Delfino Lounge. I played Chaplin's. I like any venue which has good acoustics, good sound production, good sound engineering, and a receptive audience.
As an artist would know. Right. Okay. So, what would you say your writing process usually goes like?
Usually, I get a kind of stream of consciousness. Which involves certain themes or certain motifs, certain images and ideas, which once they obtain repetition, then become quite embedded in my consciousness, and so they start to resonate in a way that is pro-lyrical. Then I can start to get to work by putting words on the page. I can start to inscribe lines of poetry, which can then be formatted into potential songs.
That's deep in the mind of a real artist.
But I do like sometimes just to jam spontaneously, ad hoc, impromptu with an instrument, it may be guitar, maybe keyboard, and just like ad lib, just improvise lyrics as I go along, and eventually, you know, a pattern. I hope, at any rate, a pattern will emerge. A pattern of.
So you're linking the dots in a sense.
Yeah, like a pattern of paroles, you know, a pattern of paroles, of lyrics, a pattern of paroles, les paroles or des paroles, des paroles or les paroles. Lyrics will emerge, I hope, through, you know, repeated practice, and you know, once they become embedded in the consciousness. Once they become embedded in the consciousness, so the exercise of playing music, playing an instrument, that becomes a kind of drill mechanism whereby. I usually start. You know what?
Do you have the words that you want to say and then add music to it, or do you have like a tune, or is it just random?
It can go either way.
Right,
It can go either way. Sometimes words occur to me, and I start to inscribe on the page, or write them down and try to format and fashion them into how would I say, the framework of a potential song, with the kind of stanzas and meter of viable. Lyrical lines that can together constitute an actual song. Or sometimes, you know, like I say, as I said, you know, like with a guitar or keyboard, I can just start jamming with, you know, by myself, and then randomly and spontaneously apply ad-libbed lyrics, you know, poetic words.
So it's whatever the constructive nature of it is, like whether it's the words or the music, then that will inspire the other.
Yeah, they are very complementary, and I find that playing an instrument, you know, jamming with an instrument, that's like the drill mechanism whereby lyrical threads become more deeply embedded in the consciousness. You know,
it's beautiful. So, do you think there is enough support for artists in your local scene here being Bournemouth, Dorset based?
I certainly think that there are plenty of platforms. There are plenty of venues providing platforms for young artists and even older artists, even, you know, senior artists like myself, and you know, people who aspire, you know, to being performers. There are plenty of open mic platforms, some of which can serve as gig venues. Open mic is a great way to obviously, you know, drill and practice and showcase material that you have, with a view toward, you know, securing proper gigs, you know, like formal performance dates. So there is that like network of potentiality of scope for artists in this locale, but you still have to be quite proactive.
So you have to put yourself out there.
I think so. Yeah, politely speaking, you have to be quite pushy.
Beautifully following on for that.
Yeah.
Kind of almost answered it there. What advice would you give to artists starting off, apart from being pushy? Beautifully segued.
Not to be unduly inhibited about what you may consider to be the limits to your ability, because, you know, your ability will stretch and can enlarge as you perform at different venues. So it's like as you gain confidence performing,
the more you play, the more,
you know, to live audiences.
Okay, brilliant.
So be proactive, be a little bit pushy, as politely as possible. But you know, step up to those platforms, step up to the plate and perform. You know, gain experience, gain confidence. Learn the lessons.
I just want to add something there. you know, the only way to boost your self-esteem and go on to the next step as an artist or creative person is to keep going out of your comfort zone. That's the way of doing it.
Yeah, you do have to stretch. You do have to stretch, yeah.
So that is the end of our questions for you today.
Oh,
thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you both.
Being able to attend today.
Yep. Sorry if I was rambling at certain points and probably getting a little bit tautological, but yeah, it's been I've had an early start and I'm a little bit flaked, so I'm a little shot of caffeine.
We've kept him up late.
Yeah, a little shot of caffeine won't go.
Beautiful. So before you go, where can we find out more about you?
Good question.
Facebook, Leopold Growler on Facebook. I'm up on YouTube, SoundCloud, WhatsApp. Anything else?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's my album. Oh yes.
The album. What's the album?
Almost went without saying.
Yeah, I know. It goes without saying, but it shouldn't go without saying. No,
it's a shame you don't have a copy on you at the moment, but you know. That's,
actually, somewhere.
We'll add a link below.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, no, the album of, how do I put this? The album of which, alas, unfortunately, we do not possess a copy at the moment, of which I do not have a copy to hand at this precise present moment in time. The album is called, it goes by the title of More Pretentious Garbage. Appropriately enough, it's named More Pretentious Garbage. It was recorded back in May of 2021, and it's steadily selling. But you can check it out on Facebook. And as I said, I'm there on Facebook as Leopold Growler. You can check out Leopold Growler music. And good luck, and please provide feedback, because I need to be able to, make make constructive use and usage of
it's worth the listen.
Criticism and critical observations and feedback.
And enjoy it.
Yeah.
Now, on that note, talking about feedback, I would like to know, with your years of experience collaborating with us here at Pufferfish Promotions, what do you think of our services so far? And also for yourself, Carl, like from what you know already, just some general feedback from you both. What do you think?
I'm enjoying it.
Start with Leo.
Yeah, it's been a great source of support.
Thank you.
I would say technically, artistically,
you're welcome.
Even emotionally and psychologically, and
it was a bit of a roller coaster right to begin with, wasn't it?
Yeah. But in terms of like organization and production dynamics, it's been valuable. It's been like a mainstay of support to me. So I'm grateful and appreciative. Yeah.
You're welcome. Artists helping artists.
Yeah.
That's the main motto.
For me personally, it's been a great experience to be involved. It's not my normal thing. I'm not necessarily an artist in that sense. Maybe with my food.
I totally agree with that.
Well, yeah, with different forms of expression. But yeah, it's brilliant to be a part of this. I'm thoroughly enjoying meeting new artists, up and coming people, like how people would get on the scenes. It's brilliant to be part of this.
Excellent.
Thank you so much. You're absolutely welcome, guys.
Thank you.
And Leo needs to go now, and
get some sleep.
Get some sleep. So
sadly, I do have to get up kind of early in the morning.
Take care.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, both of you, so much. Thank you.
Respect.
Okay. And I hope to catch up with you guys soon.
To the most.
And you know what they say, don't you? Exit stage left.
Exit stage left.
Okay.
Pursued by a bear.
Yeah.
There he goes, everybody. Leopold Growler. Carl, what happened?
Okay.
So, I'm hoping that, even though I'm going to be interviewing Carl in the near future, I hope that he'll also be able to help me out with Pufferfish Promotions.
You know.
I'm also seeking anybody else who wants to get involved as well,
Yeah.
because that's
It's
what Pufferfish Promotions is about.
Yeah, honestly, it's a fun time. You'll
Yeah.
enjoy yourself. Like, it's worth getting involved with. You meet new artists, you meet new characters. It's a brilliant experience. As I can say myself, like, yeah, just it's fun. Get involved, follow, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much, Hugo.
You're welcome.
Exit. Right.
Okay, and that's it, everybody. Thank you very much, and I totally appreciate your support. And there will be more, and I'm absolutely very excited and grateful for how far Pufferfish Promotions has come through these years. And yes, watch the space. Peace.